So we've had our Mixergy cylinder for about 6 months now. We've got the integrated heat pump cylinder, the IHP, but what I'm about to tell you is relevant to all Mixergy cylinders, as far as I can tell. For the first 3 months, it was absolutely fine, no problems whatsoever, and then all of a sudden we started experiencing some weird dropouts in the data connection. Now, I eventually managed to solve this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I think the problem was and how I solved it, and hopefully this will help anyone who's experiencing similar problems in the future. So all Mixergy cylinders come with a TP-Link box like this one I've got here, and the idea is that you connect this to a power socket near where your router is, and you connect your router to the TP-Link box using the Ethernet socket here, and you then pair this with the TP-Link box that's actually hidden inside the Mixergy controller box here. So the idea is that you press the button on the front of the TP-Link box here for a second or so, and it starts flashing, and then you connect the TP-Link box that's inside the controller by just pressing a little implement into the hole there where it says pair. And what happens then is the TP-Link box inside the control unit will connect to the TP-Link box that you've got connected to your router, and that will set up the internet connection for the Mixergy cylinder to be able to connect to the Mixergy servers so that you can control your cylinder using the app and everything else. However, if you already have a TP-Link network in your house like we do, then doing this, connecting this box here to your router and then pairing this to the Mixergy control box will actually potentially set up a conflict with your existing network. So I didn't realize this, and I was basically, I effectively had 2 TP-Link networks in my house for the first 3 months or so, and it was working basically okay, but all of a sudden it decided that having 2 networks was not very stable, and it started dropping the connection whenever the Mixergy cylinder turned itself on, and I would have to then go and repair this box with the TP-Link box inside the control unit in order to get that connection back. Now, it took me a long time to figure out that actually the solution, and it actually says this in the instruction manuals for the Mixergy cylinder, the solution is to, instead of using a separate box like this one, just connect your Mixergy control box to your existing TP-Link network. And so that's what I did. I removed this box from my router, and I just pushed the pair button on my existing TP-Link network box, and then paired it again with the TP-Link box inside the Mixergy cylinder, and that did the trick, and it's been working fine ever since. So actually, let me just show you inside this box, because there's another little trick that I learnt that might actually help you if you're still having trouble. So I've taken the cover off the control unit now, and you can actually see that this little box here, this unit just here, is actually effectively the insides of one of these TP-Link boxes. It's exactly the same, in fact, even down to the fact that you can see, if I get the angle right, you can see the 3 little LEDs in there that correspond to the same 3 LEDs on the front of this box here. And as you can see, actually all 3 of these lights are lit up, which means that I'm connected to my existing TP-Link network, and of course that means then that my data connection to the Mixergy servers is all fine and well. So that this little light up here is showing illuminated blue to show that the connection is fine. Now you can see that the way this works is that you've got an Ethernet cable, this blue one, that runs all the way around the outside and up here, where is it? It comes out at the top here, and then plugs into this control unit here, which is actually the brains of the Mixergy cylinder. So that's the data connection that allows the cylinder to communicate with the Mixergy servers. However, there is an alternative. What you can do is, in fact, remove this blue Ethernet cable. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Remove that basically so that it's no longer connected to the TP-Link box at the bottom. So you can see now that the light has gone out. Yeah, we've only got 2 lights now. And what I'm going to do is actually I've installed my own spare Ethernet cable here, and I'll show you where that goes in a minute, and I'm going to plug that in place of this blue one. So let me just, it's a bit fiddly, let me just do that. Difficult to do while I'm holding the phone. There we go, so that's connected in there, and you can see what I've done is I've run that around through here, through the open hole in the side of the box, and I've just run it along around here and down the back and down here, and you can see here we've got the other end. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the TP-Link box that came with the Mixergy cylinder. I'm going to plug it in here, and that's turned on, and this will now connect to my existing TP-Link network. So I've got another box under the stairs where the router is, and that's connected to the router. And I'm just going to plug this in. See if I can find that. There's the hole. There we go. Plug that in. Right, and so now we've got a data connection. And if I look back over at the control box, we've now got a data connection using the external TP-Link box and the Ethernet cable that's connected to that. Now eventually this light will illuminate again to show that we've got another connection. And what I'm demonstrating here is that you don't actually need necessarily the TP-Link box that's inside the Mixergy cylinder. You can use any other data connection you like, as long as you've got an Ethernet cable that will plug into this control box here. There you go. So now we've this light's illuminated, showing that we're actually now using the black Ethernet cable that's connected to this TP-Link box. Now, obviously, you know, there's really no point me doing this. This is just here as a backup, just in case this one in here fails. However, you could run an Ethernet cable directly to your router if you were able to. So if your cylinder was in a convenient place that you could put a wired Ethernet cable from your router all the way to your Mixergy cylinder, you could just do it this way, and that would work just as well. In fact, it's probably a bit more stable than what I'm doing. But for my purposes, this actually is now working fine, because this is now connected to my existing TP-Link network. So I'm going to just switch these back out and back to using the blue cable here, so that I can disconnect this black one. So there you go. If you have a Mixergy cylinder, I hope you found that useful. I will catch you in the next video. Thanks very much for watching.